What the f? Wow. So let's just break down for a second what we've just collectively witnessed here. This woman here is holding the piece of a slaughtered animal, an animal that had their own subjective experience, had a mother, was torn away from their mother at some time in their life, was raised and fed, possibly at times mutilated, dehorned, castrated without anesthetic, things that happen on farms, maybe abused, sent on a slaughterhouse truck in fear, slipping around in their own feces on the way to the slaughterhouse, can be up to an 8-hour journey, arrived at the slaughterhouse, awaiting their death, hearing the screams of the other animals, bellowing out for mercy as they await their turn on the kill floor, forced into a knockbox, seeing the blood of the animals before them, possibly carcasses hanging, already dismembered, of members of their herd, pure terror filling their body as they're shot in the skull, hung by their hoof as their hip and leg dislocate from their weight, before finally having their head hacked off. Their body is then butchered, dismembered. This woman here has bought a piece of this animal she never met so she could ram their body part down their throat like she's committing some kind of sex act in order to garner views on social media. I've been reacting to a lot of these videos lately on social media, and it's kind of interesting what people will do for views and attention, whether good or bad. This one here, for me, I think it really tops it. The way that non-human animals have been degraded and devalued is really unprecedented. It's really unmatched. You don't really see instances of humans doing this to other humans' remains without being locked up in a psych ward or in a prison. We see horrible things happening to people all over the world. Yes, that's undisputable. But this kind of devaluing of the victim to commit a sex act with their body parts really, really highlights the contempt our species has for other animals. This woman here, completely disconnected from what she's doing. I hope that she honestly looks into what she's forcing down her throat here, witnesses what these animals have to go through, and honestly, changes her life around and starts to respect animals. And look, no disrespect to any sex workers out there, any people who make money by, it's your body, your choice, right? That is not your body and should not be your choice. You should not be able to sexualize the remains of a poor, dear, sentient, intelligent animal that was slaughtered against their will just so you can garner social media attention. Okay, so I've seen this woman quite a bit. She has been poking a little bit of light at vegans and their beliefs on whether or not it's okay to slaughter animals for food. She is looks like one of those people who eats large amounts of food on camera, probably goes to the toilet and spews it up afterwards. But here, she has gone too far by having a chicken here that she's singing to, and then eating another bird's remains to poke light and fun at the killing of animals. Again, for social media views. And then if you go into the comment section, guess what? People don't think it's funny. People that probably eat animals themselves. That's so messed up. The disrespect, so wrong. Here we are trying to promote respect for animals and trying to, encourage people to see them as sentient beings and, to make the connection so that they respect animals and don't pay for them to be mass slaughtered and tortured in horrible horror farms. And here she is, actually making the connection with an animal, calling them her friend in song lyrics, and then in the next scene, eating the body of an animal who likely lived the most horrible life of suffering and died a torturous, horrific death in order for her to eat their body. How many followers she got? 3.4 million. Wow. People do often follow mindless nonsense, don't they? They really do give people who contribute little to society, do nothing but gorge themselves with the corpses of animals who did nothing wrong to deserve to be killed, just for social media views. Wow, people do really lap it up, don't they? Watching this woman eat large amounts of flesh millions upon millions upon millions of views, and she should be deeply ashamed of her disrespect of sentient life. Look, I just want us as a race to give more reverence to sentient life, the reverence that sentient life deserves. Just fundamental respect, rights, liberty. Please, live vegan.